This video will deal with the inertia tensor and related tensors in the language of Clifford Algebra. It's a very useful application of the subject. I'll now begin by considering a volume integral over a density, which will yield the total mass m. The integral beside it, I incorporate the position vector about the center of mass, which by definition goes to 0. I'll now multiply the first integral by some arbitrary velocity vector v. I'll replace it by the following expression involving rotors and the omega b term, which is the body angular velocity. It's a very useful identity from rotational dynamics. I can now construct a more general representation for the angular momentum tensor by taking this classical representation and modifying it a little. I will now replace the position vector by y minus x naught and the cross product by the exterior product. I can now make this substitution where I have this rotor formula Rx, R dagger, and I incorporate this velocity formula as I've previously written before. I can now expand everything, leaving me with two integrals. The second, by definition, goes to 0, leaving me with only the first. I can then use this other identity from rotational dynamics, R omega b, R dagger, yielding the angular velocity omega. Now, the angular momentum tensor is simply the inertia tensor times the angular velocity. So I'll exclude that, and I can then construct a representation for the inertia tensor, IB. And I will incorporate a bivector as the inertia tensor is written in terms of the exterior product of two one-forms. So it's convenient that I do use a bivector. Now on the side I have some scratch work, and if I take advantage of the linearity of the integral and expand everything, I find that the inertia tensor is actually a linear transformation, where a, b are of course elements of the real numbers, and a big B are elements of the grade 2 objects. So it'll take the set B and map it onto itself. Now I can consider a useful theorem related to the inertia tensor, the principal axis theorem, where I have some arbitrary frame and I'll consider some symmetric matrix, or what I'll prove to be symmetric, I sub ij, that takes this form where little I is a pseudoscalar. Now I can plug it into this integral right here. These are the components of the inertia tensor. And what I'll show is that a more general case of this, but I can show that, by definition of what a symmetric matrix is, I can swap the components. So I have the indices, I have A dot X, exterior product X dot B, which is going to be written in bracket notation as A X dot B, which I can rewrite as A dot XB I need to zoom out. Okay, brackets. And then of course, because I swapped these two terms, I can rewrite it in terms of the exterior product that I did initially. And I have B dotted with X, exterior product X dot A. Okay, and you can perform a similar process to the components, of course, of the inertia tensor. You can, instead of having AX, XB, you have a slightly more specific case, where instead of A I have IEI, instead of B I have IEJ, and I can show that you can of course go through this exact process and show that you can swap the two, meaning you can interchange the indices and regardless it's the same, meaning it's of course symmetric. below this, I have written the kinetic energy tensor. Now, a more common representation is, of course, T equals half integral dm r cross omega squared. But just like with the angular momentum tensor, I have generalized that with the identities from Clifford Algebra and rotational dynamics. I will now expand everything by, first I perform scratch work on the integrand right here. I can then substitute all of that into the integral, leaving me with this integral beside it. I can then take the transpose, which will cancel out the negatives in front, or not the transpose, the Hermitian conjugate of the body angular velocity. And what I have here, this integral beside it, is simply the inertia tensor, but evaluated at the body angular velocity. So I'm left with this expression right here, plus, of course, mv naught squared. However, if you recall identities that I list, a few of the identities that I listed before, mainly omega equals r omega sub b r dagger, and this expression for the angular momentum tensor, I can use them, substitute them into the expression for the kinetic energy tensor, and arrive at this other expression, which I've written below it, as mv naught squared plus a half omega transpose dots. Dagger, not transpose, dotted with the angular momentum tensor. And essentially that concludes the video. I've just modified already known tensors and expressed them in a different language, which all have various applications in physics.